right, welcome to Mamas and Manny's. I'm your host, Trina. This is a short form podcast for mamas that are looking for a quick burst of me time. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button and share this with another mama that is looking for a little bit of fun for the rest of the summer months, even though her kids may be back in school. As always, we're going to go ahead and start the episode off with a motivational quote or a motivational mantra, however you want to take it. This week's quote is going to be from the one and only Michelle Obama, former First Lady. And the quote says, "There's power in allowing yourself to be known and heard, in owning your unique story, in using your authentic voice, and there's grace in being willing to know and hear others." Again, that quote says, "There's power in allowing yourself to be known and heard, in owning your unique story, in using your authentic voice, and there's grace in being willing to know and hear others." That quote comes from Michelle Obama. But guess what time it is? It's mama time. This week's mama time, we are going to go ahead and continue with our 100 days of summer fun self-care. These are going to be things you can do by yourself or that you can do with your kids, or even, like I've mentioned before, ask another mom to join in on the fun with her kids. Day 79, create a DIY obstacle course. You can use things that you get from your home. So you can do an obstacle course. Let's say if you have like a big room or something like that, like if you have a basement, or maybe if you have a playroom with a lot of space, you can definitely create an obstacle course there. Of course, you can always go outside, front yard, backyard, driveway, or somewhere that's safe for your kids to play. Obstacle courses can include anything you want. Like if you're inside the house, maybe you want to do like some pans, to do like an inside outside type course, like a diagonal type running path. If you want to do, even if you want to add something silly in there like limbo, if you want to add something like you have to do a certain exercise when you get to a certain place in the obstacle course, but you can really make it as fun as you want it to be. Now, this made me think about over the summer, me and my girls went to, I think it's called a kinetics like workshop. I can't remember what they call it exactly, but it's something here in Metro Atlanta, and it helps kids get out and play. I just so happened to find that I was looking for things to do at the Battery where the Braves play, just looking up some dates, and I saw this. So I registered the girls. It just so happened we were available, so we went ahead and made it over. I'll definitely upload some pictures on some of my stories in real so you can see. But the first thing they did was an obstacle course. So it had you run diagonal, kind of like a hopscotch type movement was next. Then they had like the open small tunnels for them to go through, but they had a really great time. It was hot, so we had to make sure we had our water in other places we could refill on water, but the girls definitely had a great time. So if you have something like that in your area, I would definitely say take advantage of it. And it was called, oh, you know what? It was called Kidnetics, I think, with KID in the front of it. But great time, and it was something really good for the girls to get out and move around. So that's day 79, create a DIY obstacle course. Day 80, visit a local fair or festival. Now, this one's actually good because fall is basically right around the corner here in Metro Atlanta. It already feels like it's fall. I don't know what's going on. We had a few days of continuous rain, and then the higher temperatures went away. The humidity is still here, but the higher temperatures did go away. So fall festivals are right around the corner. I looked up a list of fall festivals coming up. The first one is the Georgia Mountain Fair. That one's actually this weekend, in the next 10 days. It is August 15th through the 23rd. It is held in the Georgia mountains. Then you have a fair that comes up September 5th through the 13th, the Chattahoochee Mountain Fair. That one's in Habersham County. So a lot of these fairs are like county fairs. Quite a few counties in Georgia have fairs. We do have, I'm just going to go over some of the bigger fairs that happen. The North Georgia State Fair, that's September 18th through the 28th. That is the second largest fair in the state of Georgia. It is in Marietta, and that is 10 days. It looks like most of the fairs are around 10 days. But that one is a big one. Let's see. It says the Georgia National Fair. That's not a big one. The other big one is the one that's held in Perry. Oh, actually, they don't even have that one. Now, maybe it goes by different, but they hold a fair in Perry every year. That one is a big one. Oh, is this one at the Georgia National Fair? Hold on. I think that's it. So if that is it, it's October 2nd through the 12th. It is 11 days and it is huge, really, really big. I went one time when I was in college. Fun, a whole bunch of stuff to do. If you are really into fair food, that is the place to go because they have all types of fair food. That was the first time I heard of like fried desserts, like fried Oreos, even like the crazy stuff like fried pickles. I had never heard that before. The only thing I think I heard of was like, what are those things called? Oh, these things I don't like. Funnel cake. That's the only thing I'd heard of, and I'm not a funnel cake person. Last time I had a funnel cake, I puked it up, so I don't. Before then, it had probably been about 20 years since I had a funnel cake. And I told my husband, I was like, no, I don't like funnel cakes. I just don't like the taste of them. They get soggy, blah, blah, blah. I'm not really into powdered sugar. Ate it, got sick. So that really sealed the deal for me, and I confirmed I don't like funnel cakes. Another fair that I used to go to all the time growing up in Augusta was the Georgia Carolina State Fair. That one this year is October 17th through the 26th. It is a large fair. I used to go all the time. When I was in high school, we would go the very first weekend it came. Then we would go the last weekend. I don't know if fairs still do this. We would bring a church program. I don't know how many churches actually have programs, but we would take a church program and we were able to get in free. Me and my best friend enjoyed every bit of it. We would go. I think after a while we stopped riding rides, so we would just walk around like teenagers do. I would always get fries because, of course, I didn't like funnel cakes. I think we did maybe like the haunted house or mirrors. Nothing that went upside down or took you on like big swings. I would always do a ride that was like stable, or I would do the guess your age, guess your weight. I always looked younger than I actually was, so nobody could ever guess my age correctly. And my weight, nobody could ever guess my weight. So I always won those things, so that was fun for me. That fair, like I said, is going to be October 17th through the 26th in Augusta, Georgia. And Augusta is right next to North Augusta, which is in South Carolina. So that's why it's called the Georgia Carolina State Fair. That was day 80, visit a local fair or festival. And day 81 is have a costume party. So day 81 you can do just with your kids. If your kids already have like dresses or something like that, that may be a little bit too small for them to wear out in public, like it's just a little bit too short and you feel like it's not appropriate for them. That's a great way to play dress up if you don't want to go buy any additional clothes for them. If you have like the Disney dress up clothes, for little boys, if you have old Halloween costumes, you can do that. If this is something you want to do all the time, like to encourage kids to play dress up, even if they had to adjust the uniforms, like encourage maybe sewing, just like different things that your kids can get into, crafts. This is really great. If you don't have anything, you can always visit like your local Goodwill or your other type thrift store and get some clothes. Maybe like for your kids, you could get like some t-shirts or something like that, like smaller t-shirts that they could make into dresses, or they're able to cut up, like getting a women small for your small kids, and maybe they can create like different things. Or you can just, if they have Halloween costumes, you can definitely get that as well. This is also something good when the Dollar Tree or Family Dollar and things like that, when they have costumes for Halloween. Trying to get a costume that's maybe like a size up. That way you can play dress up all year round. This is a really great tip, especially if you have kids that are like under 5 and you're looking for something to do. Even if you have older kids, I probably would say, depending on your kid and what they're interested in, they may even like to dress up to the age of 10. Because if they are into, let's say your kids like putting on plays or something like that, this is a really great idea you can do all year round. So that was day 81. Again, day 79 is create a DIY obstacle course inside or outside, but have a great time. Day 81, day 80, visit a local fair or festival. And if you missed the fairs that I mentioned, about 3 minutes back, I listed a few of the larger fairs that happen in the state of Georgia. Day 81, have a costume party. And like I said, a costume party, that can be a really great way to encourage your kids to play make-believe or even create costumes. Now, all of these are great things you can do just with your kids. They're also a great idea if you want to have a mom come over with her kids. These are really great ideas you can do with another mom and her kids. So leave a comment if you have done a DIY obstacle course in your home. We would love to hear that. If you are excited about an upcoming fair for the fall, let us know in the comments or festival. We would love to hear that. Like I've said before, we want to make sure this is a place where moms can share ideas and other fun things for her and her kids to do. Also, the fairs and festivals, that is also a great idea for like Mama Day or Girls Night Out. Day 81, have a costume party. You can definitely have a costume party with another mom and her kids. Or even if you want to do a themed costume party, like if you're just having a party, maybe if the party is, Victorian age or whatever age that is when they do like, what is this show called? Bridgerton, stuff like that. You can still do dress up parties no matter what your age is. I just recommend it probably kids less than 10. I feel like over that age, they really probably have to be into like theater or things like that, making clothes. These are some great ideas you can definitely do. You can take these past the summer months, especially when your kids have time out of school, like Labor Day, the holiday that comes up in October, even for Thanksgiving break and Christmas break. You're going to be looking for some things to do, and I think these are some great ideas that can carry you well past the summer. So leave a comment, let us know what you're doing, what days you've done in the past. We would love to hear that. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms at Mommas and Mannies. Definitely follow our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications, subscribe. We are really trying to get our followers up on all platforms. So if you know another mom that is looking for ideas and she has kids, she just doesn't know what to do, let her, don't be shy, don't gatekeep. Give her the information for Mommas and Mannies, especially the past episodes over the summer. These are great ideas for moms to do even past summer. Remember that me time is essential and it is never selfish. Have a great week, Mama.